YouTube! Bosh, right then people, we are back, we are out, we're on another adventure. We have, we've actually come out, we've joined Andy, at Mr. Andy Webb from Sea Angling Adventures. Obviously, if you don't follow him, which you probably do you know what I mean, he owns YouTube. But yeah, head over to his channel, give him a love, show him a bit of love, smash up all his buttons, and yeah, you know, share it as we do on the channel. But he has kindly invited us to a soul session in Wales. I've never even been to Wales before. I tell a lie, I picked my car up, but I haven't actually been out in Wales. I've never done anything in Wales, so yeah, it's the first for me. So I'm on Ollie Bobs. Like I said, we're after a soul today. We are using something a little bit different. I'm not going to pretend that I bought it, I'm not going to pretend that I made it, because I didn't. But I am using a loop rig today. And he's got a rig as well that he uses like specifically for sole. Which
Who made yours?
Huh?
Who made yours?
These are Sakuma ones I bought.
Oh, they can.
Yeah, I didn't make them because obviously I didn't have time. No, but I bought them now so I can see how they're made. So I will make some of my own, but I'm not going to blag it and say I made them because I didn't. But Andy's got using a different rig, and it's one that he uses for himself. So he'll probably run through that later once we start fishing. But yeah, so basically all it is two hooks. Obviously one clips to the other, then it clips down so we can send some proper baits out. One fishing on the bottom and one fishing like sort of just off the bottom. I've got a bit of ragworm, got some fresh blacks, big up Newton baits, thank you very much. They're pucker as well. I'll just get them out here. Whoop whoop, look at that. Gert big sticky blacks, boy. They don't get much better than that, they're fresh as well, not frozen. So hopefully that's going to help with the fishing. But yeah, this fishing's a lot different to what I'm used to. Look at that little hook there. Bosh, it's like a little size 1 or something. I've never used hooks this small, but yeah. Obviously we're learning, we're doing something a bit new. Got to thread this one on now. Thank you all again for showing the love, subscribing and that. You know, we're growing well. The views are going up. You're all incredible. God, I've got to concentrate doing this. I haven't got a needle. I thought Andy might have had one, and I was going to rob it.
I'm going to give you a tip on yours.
He hasn't bought it either.
On your channel.
On my channel, he's going to be giving us all kinds of tips on our channels, guys. So make sure you tune in.
I'm doing now, Phil.
What are you doing?
I'm going over to your
You coming over?
rig in a minute, yeah.
Oh,
Let's go and say hello then.
here he is, the boss man himself.
Alright guys, how you doing? He's smashing it at the minute, isn't he? I'm loving those YouTube lives. I really am. To be honest, I've never done them before. I've done one the other day on the rocks, and a couple of people say, "But the upright." But it's the only way to do it.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it.
But no,
It's got to be. Right, what was you going to say?
keep on subscribing. I'm loving the fact that he's up to 8,500 already. I really am.
Smashing
There's a lot
up
of
the
people that
tube,
struggle
boy.
out there, and he's doing really well. And I think, to be honest, what I like about it, he's showing what he's learning, which is always good. And just having fun with it and showing his own fishing, so it's one of them. But he's putting a rag on as well. He's going for a bass, is he?
I'm going for a bass or a sole.
I'm going to run through his rig quickly. I've just done my one for my channel, but I will run through it for you for Connor's as well. But I'm fishing for a £3 fish today, so with that in mind, there's a couple of things that he's got a chance of big sole here where we are. So we're not playing around with it, but there's a couple of things that I do to my rig when we're targeting bigger sole, and I'll just go through it with him in a minute while he's sitting down there.
Yes, these little hooks.
The
I've got a proper
He's putting some
concentrate.
monster baits on there.
Yeah, I want the big ones. Oh,
Lovely.
it's popped a little bit.
Lovely. But I'll tell you what, I'll bring his rig over. Why not? Yeah, so I'll do it now.
Oh, right, that's that one done. Out of the way. It's all right. I'll give you the stage, mate.
That's why I've got the stage.
Oh, let's get this one.
That one there,
Put in the stand. Oh, there you go. You can use that one.
Okay. So what I tend to do with the leads, if you're using grippers, is basically to flatten them off, right? And then once you flatten them off, turn them back in, right? There's a lot of tide where we are, right? And I'll turn them back in a bit more than I normally would. And the reason being, this is a lot different rig than I'm using, okay? A lot of people use boom rigs and different things like that. I tend to use the rig I use, but it's because it keeps the bait well away from the lead. And I think sometimes with sole fishing, especially you get a big sole, I mean, with this a £3 sole, you're talking that sort of size. I can't get the arm down. Can you give us a little bit of line on that one?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Right, so you're talking a big fish, what's coming over the bait, and sometimes they can get spooked. And if you got a sole there where the grip leads are hanging out like that, right, and it comes over and gets spiked as it's coming down over thing, it's going to spook it straight away, and the fish will go off. And that's the last thing you want to be doing. Now, the traces on here, he's got probably 12 inches traces. I would slightly go a little bit smaller than that for sole, but at the same time, he hasn't made the rig himself, and at the same, when you're not making the rigs, obviously with the Sakuma ones, they're perfect for for placing. You will catch sole on it as well, but me personally, I would go a little bit smaller with the traces. And then obviously we'll go through a minute what I do with my rig, but you'll catch them on that today, mate. I mean, the main key is the bait.
Yeah, we've got the bait.
If you've got fresh bait, that's always going to give you the edge straight away. So yeah, he's got 2 of them on, but they're perfect. I mean, the bottom one's a little bit longer than the other. If he had a bit of putty or something, I'd put a little bit of putty just to weigh that down. But I'll show you now what I do with my rig. But yeah, the main key is they feed off the bottom, mate. So the trouble is where we are here today, same on Chesil, you want it moving, but you want it to stay to the bottom. So if with a long trace, it'll go up like that. But with us, because it's smaller bait, but with like a when they're pinned to the bottom, I'll show you quickly what I do with mine, and then we can go over. So should we go and have a look?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay then, so you can see what I've got here. I've basically got a drop down rig, okay, and then on the bottom of it, I've got a ball lead. Now I've got some bait stops on that, and the good thing about that now is I can set that bait to wherever I want it pinned. So as you can see behind us now, we've got a lot of tide coming through. Now that's covered within the space of half hour.
Yeah, easy,
within a half hour,
easy.
And that's how quick that tide's coming through. So I can tell straight away, probably not going to get away with bomb leads here today. Sometimes on Chesil you do, because it will stay in the mud. Those ones that we're hitting out a distance won't, so we're going to need grippers. So basically you're going to pin the grippers down. I haven't got my grips, but I'd like to shorten the grippers up on these and have them pinned, but like turn right up close, so you get a little bit of movement in, but it tracks into the mud and holds better. But we got what we got, and yeah, so when that tide's running like that now, what I'll probably do is set it like 2 or 3 inches up away from the burn bait, so as it's popping around on the mud like that, it will just stop finding its point. And when that fish goes to take up, there's no tension there, except from that ball leg. It's like it's pulling away from the mud, where if that's against a gripper, sometimes, you know what I mean, and as you can see there, a £2 sole is going to be £3 sole, sorry, is going to probably be around that big in length. A £2 sole, you're probably talking about that in length. So if you've got baits real tight to your lead, sometimes it can spook. But horses for courses, mate, isn't it?
Well,
it's
what
you're doing. Yeah,
as long as there's baits out there.
Yeah, exactly. You've got a chance of big bass here, you've got a chance of thornbacks here, you've got a chance of sole here. You know what I mean? You probably get eels and different pieces. You know what I mean? To be honest, most of the sole fishing I've done has always been Chesil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's what works on Chesil, and I can't see why it wouldn't work here with the tide. And the main thing for me really is keeping that bait down, especially on the thing. But personally, if I get a problem with that moving around or whatever like that, then I'd probably use a bigger one of them. Maybe go up to like a 2 ounce size. But I think a 1 ounce size would be perfect for what it is. It's going to sit on the mud there. I reckon. How long do you reckon? I'm going to wait for that water to come up over to here. Then I'm
about half hour, something like that.
Yeah,
just as it comes up to that little drop off there.
And then I reckon we can get some baits in the water.
Send a couple of baits out there, Bales.
They win it. Game on. Let's get into it.
In a bit. Right then, people. Right, obviously we've got both rods ready to go. We've got rag on the top and we've got black lug on the bottom. Obviously we're using the loop rigs today, made by Sakuma. I'm not going to be lazy and make my own next time, but I haven't actually made them before, so now I can see how they're made. I can get the components and make a few myself. Obviously Andy's just run through his rig as well, so I will be getting myself some of those components and making a few of them as well. Just chopping and changing, see which works better for me. And yeah, we're out here learning. Obviously we've got the Fanta Lemons on the bank, on the bank of the Welsh. But yeah, we've got about, I'd say about half an hour of the tides coming in left, and then we can start fishing, or hit one bait out at least. And yeah, hopefully get straight into the fish. I mean, it would be nice to get a mega one today, but obviously, you know, we are just after the fish. So if I get a sole, I'll be happy. But I mean, if it's a mega one, I might even attempt a backflip. I'm not sure yet. But Andy's promised me that we're in for a good shout. So failing that, if it is a bit quiet for the day, I might change one of my rigs over to a pulley panel, pair of size 5s, smack a ray bait out and see if we can't get us a nice thornback, or maybe even a bass. But yeah, other than that, guys, we're just gonna sit here, have some sandwiches, wait for the tide to come in, and hopefully I'll bring you back with a fish. If not, we'll bring you back for a catch up anyway, and yeah, in a bit. Boss, right guys, little bit gassed, I'm not gonna lie. Just done the first cast, walked all the way down through the mud, obviously, checking with my front foot to make sure I wasn't too deep. Got down on the ledge, managed to hit the water, so that's a good start. We've got one rod out in a minute. Probably gonna fish that one out until the bait's gone. And then hopefully the water will be up a bit closer so it won't be such a mission to get down and send the cast out. But yeah, other than that, we're fishing. Hopefully we'll get you some fish today, guys. And with any luck, there'll be some specimen ones. Right, let's get after it. In a bit. Oh, right guys, so there you go, look, Andy has got a mission on. He's got to walk all the way down to collect his lead. Obviously the Bristol Channel tide is absolutely mental. We thought we'd try and get a rod out early each, but obviously we've hit it right into the middle. And now he's got to do like a mile or so walk. Boss! Right then peoples. As you can see, Andy's lent me one of his fat boy chairs. And yeah, this is it. This is the life. Obviously I've got one rod out in a minute. It seems to be holding well. So I'm going to send the second rod out in a minute. I'll film that one, sending it out. We'll try and do a nice pendulum cast. See if we can keep up the practice while we're fishing. It's a lovely place to do it. There's a big drop behind you as well, so you don't have to worry about hitting the sand or anything like that with your lead. But yeah, other than that guys, we have an update. The old current bun's out. We thought it was going to rain, but it hasn't, so I'm going to take these waders off in a minute because the mud's going to be gone, so I won't need them on anymore. And I'm not going to lie, I'm sweating more. I was going to swear then, but I ain't going to. As you can see Andy in the background, sipping on a Fanta Lemon. But yeah, I'm going to get the second rod out. No bites yet, guys. Here he comes.
Two fat boy chairs.
Two fat boy chairs. Yeah, don't get much cushier than this, I'll tell you that. But
nice mark, mate, isn't it?
yeah, it's not bad at all. I like it. I like it a lot. It's nice, it's flat, it's easy fishing. Do you know what I mean?
Will that go down anymore?
What do you mean go down?
No, we'll bring it forward for him, look.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Look, I'll show you how to do it.
there you go.
Oh,
They
yeah!
can see us now. Looking up at the sky. I thought
They wanted a bit of scenery, bruv.
They thought
Do
they
you know
were
what I mean?
play pigeon shooting there.
But you missed every clay on the way through, didn't you?
I did, mate. I tell you what, I caught up with it in that swamp though, didn't I?
And we nearly lost Andy for half the episode.
Stepped off the out there at the minute, and it's the trouble is I hit a 7-ounce lead far right, and it went far left. And,
well far left.
Yeah, just because I've got out into that channel, it was like 250 yards out from where we're fishing. I must have walked 100 yards and hit it 150 yards, and you can see the main channel. We just took it over time, but we're holding now, so we're walking up with 8-ounce leads and sort of like anchoring them up.
Yeah, just put a big bow
uptide
in, really.
Big bow of line. And they're doing fine.
Well, I'm gonna get the
venue.
second out. I love it. It's nice. I mean, it wouldn't be very nice here if it was raining. It'd look well miserable. But we are in Wales, do you know what I mean? We have got the sun, so we've got to be grateful. It does rain a lot over here. But,
I do like Wales.
I like Wales.
It's some beautiful scenery. It's got some really good fishing marks, like for not necessarily.
I mean, all the way along here, though. Do you know what I mean? You can fish all the way along here.
You could fish anywhere you wanted, really. I think where we are is prime because it's easy access to get down. It's sort of like clean patch into the right-hand side. I know we've gone slightly left of it.
Yeah.
But the reason being is I can see where the fish were coming in. It's sort of like there was a bank out to the right, so we're literally in front of that.
Yeah, just literally where it drops off.
So I'm hoping we can strike cold. But there is some fantastic. I'll say not specimen. They did get like really good fish, like specimen fish.
Yeah.
You just don't get a lot of the monster like big rays. You tend to get them up to like low 20s.
Yeah.
Small lights like £12. They do get odd one like that. We don't see the average size small light over here. I would say there's anything between £8 and £9 really.
Oh, right. It's still a good fish though.
Yeah, it is. It's like from our coastline, if you go down the rocks and you get a for 8, it's going to be a £10.
Yeah.
But they're a lot more frequent. I mean, I've been over here on sessions where you're casting out and you can't fish 2 rods. It's like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, just too hectic.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like the smooth round over here is unreal. Aberfoyle and stuff like that. do a few marks this year later on in the year.
Yeah, 100%.
Let the to be honest, towards the end of the year, they get a big run early on, and they get a late run as well.
Yeah.
So you get those late runs, you get some big good chance to get some decent longies on it.
Oh, wicked. Well, obviously we're going to have to keep it up anyway, get out a bit more often, because all the fans have been asking about you. They've all been worried, they thought you were sick or something, do you know what I mean?
Sick, no. We're working hard, boys. Working hard.
It's alright, we haven't fallen out or anything, they didn't sleep with me missus or that, do you know what I mean? Jesus.
I had a few messages asking about when we're doing. I think it's come across well. I think people like the banter, and I think people like the fact that they're learning, and it's a bit of everything really. I think it's gone down really well. But my main thing really, what I like about it, is watching how your channels grow, because
it's
gone
getting
for like
there,
that, and then and I mean you've took over a lot of the like local YouTubers in the space of like weeks. How many weeks you've been doing it?
I think it's just coming up to 5 months, I think.
I know, and I know the reason why is because of the way you come across, mate. To be fair, he comes across really well. I think he interacts with the audience really well, and he's not there sitting there trying to be, you know what I mean, very big bollocks. He's sitting there doing his own fishing and teaching how it is, and I think that's what fishing's about. And you're honest with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I think I don't even know where I was going to go with that. But yeah, no, I don't think. I think if you just go fishing and you just film when you're fishing, do you know what, I'm not a teacher, do you know what I mean? Like obviously you've got people like Andy and people like that have fished for like 20 plus years, yeah, so they've been there, they've done it, they've caught the big fish, yeah, so they're out here trying to teach you. I'm just showing you what a normal person's day fishing looks like.
I'm not necessarily trying to teach people in mine, I just show what I've been doing and my experience.
But obviously like
fishing.
when people go on YouTube they're looking out for like tips and things like that.
I just try and show what I'm doing and how I'm fishing. I mean, lots of different people fish. Everybody fish differently.
Yeah.
There's no right and wrong way of fishing. It's about, at the end of the day, like we talked earlier on, we've done an hour and talk earlier on, like different traces and stuff like that, where some people use one rig, other people will wrong, other people will use that line, some people won't. It's down to preference. And the good thing about it is like experience as well. Well, especially with your channel and like now, you're showing everything. And I guarantee in 10 years you'll look back and you think, blimey. You know what I mean? And I look back at some of my stuff, I mean, it's just a progress of learning and taking it on. And at the end of the day, when you're first doing it,
I'm like, why did I even think about sending that lead out?
Yeah, it's like the main thing to be with it is like a sponge and absorb everything what you've got around you.
Yeah, that's
the easiest thing these days is it is easy. Where we never had that when we was growing up is the internet.
Yeah.
Because the mark's not secret. You know where the marks, right? If you see people catching on that sort of marks, write it down.
Yeah.
You can write it down. It's easy. I mean, if you know the smooth hounds are coming out then, write it down saying the smooth hounds, Richard Tanner, blah, blah, blah. Next year, when you go and look at your book, you look for your dates, you think, you know what? That was small ties, they were getting smooth hounds, I'm going to go and have a go. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily do that now, because what we try to do is get there early. That's like experience, just to get them on there early. It don't work all the time. I mean, smooth hounding this year was terrible, and last year for me. Like, I was going really early, but going back 3 years ago, we had good ones really early, and
the cows are coming to say hello.
But it's sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But it's about creating your own, like you do. You don't go following anything.
No, just turn
up. You enjoy just going out fishing. Don't you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't do that. There's a lot of people who will specifically see where fishing is, and then the next minute they go, right, we're going to go get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a few weeks ago I had a bream when we got onto the bream. Following day or the following thing, it was rammed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the following weekends, you know what I mean? Then people forget about it.
Yeah. It's almost like literally I fish everywhere local and that anyway. I know that we're not going to get mega fish where we are, but I just like to be out right on the bank. Like, everyone knows, like everyone that watches knows, like this is my favourite place.
You say that, though, you've got some decent fish on your boat.
Yeah, 100%.
You've got a chance to catch a double finger bass.
Yeah, obviously, we've got like a really good chance of getting fish. But what I mean is, when I go out, I don't go out with the intention of going, right, I'm going to go to Hope's Nose for this certain fish.
No.
Do you know, like I like to try and catch whatever's there, right? But like the other week when we did it, me and my friend Chris popped down to the Ness Beach, and we're like, oh, we're going to go try and catch a smooth hound or something like that. We all know they come off of there, the smaller ones. We did actually manage a really good one. Well, for that mark anyway, like just over £5. But yeah, I caught that fish, uploaded the video and that, and then like no one fishes there. If you go down there on any day, you'll never see a fisherman there. The next day there was like, I think it was 8 or 10 beach buddies all down there looking for smooth hounds. I think they did get a couple
You
out
can't
as well.
blame people because
Oh no!
at the end of the day, it's a lot of money to go fishing these days, and my thing a bit more than anything isn't the fact of that. It's the fact of fishing should be about yourself. You know what I mean? And creating your. You're not learning anything if you're getting given loads of marks and just getting. You know what I mean? People taking you catching that species, that species, that species. You might know when to go, but what are you learning about it? You know what I mean? I've recently we've been fishing different coastline for tope for shore.
Right.
And what I've been doing personally, what my main gap is learning about the area. Because once you learn about the area, when you're catching that is going to be the key to success. So we've been fishing on small tides, big tides, medium tides, so find when the fish are coming on and when they're going through. So that way, instead of having to go on sessions where you're doing marathon sessions like 12, 16 hours, you're doing sessions where you know that you think, you know what, the tide's perfect then, let's go and have a go.
Just do 3 or
So
4 hours.
Yeah, and that way
instead.
you can do weeknight sessions.
Yeah.
Same as you work for it. It's hard to get out sometimes, I think.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't have a lot of responsibilities.
No?
So, do you know what I mean? I'll
Your
go
missus
home.
never sees you, does she?
So like, I could go home and just literally jump down the beach, throw the live on and fish till 12. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to stop work till 9. So I can still get enough hours
doing
sleep.
that to commit.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know, I used to sleep. I remember going into marks and taking. I bought I still got it. Probably wherever you get one. It's like a little roll-up mat, but you've got like a hose on it. So you basically undo the valve, and then it basically you roll it out, and as you roll it out, it sucks in air. You can blow it up as well.
He's gonna take your rods out.
There's a cow coming up here now. He's a big boy as well. But yeah, it's one of them really. But I remember sleeping on marks when I was on site working. Oh, boys.
Nah, nothing yet, mate.
How you doing?
Gosh. Right guys, as you can probably hear, the wind's picked up. Not mega, but yeah, there's definitely a fair bit of wind there now. Obviously tide's pushing through nicely. Casting off the top now, so you don't have to venture down. There's a fair bit of seaweed like there is all over England. Obviously we're in Wales, England, Ireland, Scotland. There's going to be weed everywhere this time of year. But you just got to fish through it. It's not affecting the bait so much, it's more the main line. So it's like loads of small bits building up on the main line. So when you're reeling it in, obviously it all bunches up, gets stuck on your leader knot. And then obviously your lead drops down where you've been reeling in, gets snagged, and oh yeah, it's just the right faff. But it ain't gonna stop us, we're still gonna be out here fishing. At the minute, I think what I'm gonna do is fish one rod and then reel that rod in and then cast the next rod out. And then unpick it like that, so I don't have to do 2 rods at once. Just to make my life a bit easier. Other than that, the rain's held off. I mean, probably stop pissing down rain now, but you know how it is. Yeah, other than that, we're all good. We're out here on the Fanta Lemons, sucking up the sunshine. I haven't had any bites yet. But obviously, the locals that just turned up them, I think they wanted to fish this spot, but you can see at low water that a lot of people do walk out here. So we were lucky that we got here early, we got on the mark, and that's what it's about sometimes. It's not about just turning up, sometimes you've got to get there early just to get the spot you want. But other than that, they did say that there's a few bass and a few salt coming out, so we're in the right spot, we're putting the good baits out, that's all we can do guys. Right then, anyway, I'm going to go back to chilling, I'm going to send the bait out, I'll film this one, and not too far, but you know, we'll see what we can do. Right, I'm off skis in a bit. Second rod's out, let's get it bailed. Gosh, right people, basically casting out distance is a no-go. We've been trying it. There's so much weed, one of us is having to go down as the other one's reeling in and grab the line so it doesn't get stuck in the rocks or the seaweed. And then sort of like land the seaweed, it's that big, but then help carry it to the top. It is a bit of a nightmare, but we're going to change it up a little bit, put both the rods short. Obviously we're coming up to high water now, so there's plenty of water there. And hopefully that sees us a couple of fish. Or a fish, or a bite, even a bite would be nice. Obviously up the channel, bites, so just go or they go backwards. None of this little playing around, they normally just go over. You never know. Or we get a blank, we get a blank. Well, I don't mind. Look at that, look at all that scenery there. Where'd you rather be on a Saturday? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you just hit one out then. Sort of half. What was I going to say then? Yeah, like half power. I don't know how you say that. So I half-assed the cast. I sort of like, but put half the effort in. There we go. Obviously, so yeah, just put that bait out. About half the effort in the cast because you don't want it to go too far. So probably fishing at about 80 yards, 60 to 80 yards. And oh, looks like Andy had a fish on there. He did have a bit of a bite. I went down to have a look. The trace is gone. So, what are you saying, Conga? You don't know. You don't know. Yeah, it might have been the weed that done it, but unfortunately, we'll never know. Right. Anyway, we're gonna get back to it. We're just gonna have another sandwich and that and get full. We've got another couple of hours here fishing. If we don't get anything here today, to be fair, if I've got any blacks and that left over, I might pop out to Chesil. Well, if this wind dies down, if not, I'll go down to down on our coastline. Maybe go down Brixham for a few hours or something like that tomorrow daytime. See if I can get us a fish or two out. But yeah, right. Anyway, back to the fishing in a bit. Bosh, right then, people. No salt. Andy's got no salt.
Let me ask you a question, people. This view here, do you like this? Or
What are you doing? I can change it if you want.
I can't.
It's exactly the same.
No, you need. Me personally,
What the fuck?
that looks a bit low. Like when they watch the TV, they want to see you, don't they? You don't watch the extenders. Now it's got the sky in the air. Look.
What do you mean? There's fucking
Sky in the air.
Right. Anyway,
Go down anymore with that?
Andy, this is OnlyFans. If you want to see different angles, head over to Seaggling Adventures. You know what I mean? Got it all out here. He's just looking for a plug there, wasn't he?
I'm not looking
That's
for
what he's looking for.
plug. I was looking for. I was just looking at the sky.
But we need to get
if
into
I
40
stand
pounds.
there now and sit up like that, and you sit up like that, that's a lot better picture, isn't it?
Yeah, look. If you wanna.
What do you feel like, guys?
That's
You
just
think
because
that's
we're
better?
sat on a slope and we're being lazy.
Yeah, we are.
The big
So we'll
fat
sit
boy chairs.
up in the old big boy chairs. So
Right.
what do you think about it so far?
I like it. I like the location. The tide's a bit much, but just because the weed's there. If the weed wasn't there, it wouldn't be too
as we
bad.
start getting a bit of depth of water out there,
Yeah.
and those banks up here, the tide will start moving from in there like that, and it'll grow out bigger, allowing us to hit into that channel.
Hopefully. What I'm going to do is I'm just fishing one rod at the minute, and then when I reel that one down, I'm going to bang the next
Well, I
one
was
out.
looking at the locals, just watching him a minute ago, and he didn't even cast. So
Just flopped it in the front.
yeah, just flopped it in the front, flopped it out. It did.
Flopped out, didn't even give you any, no warning.
No. We're allowed to swear on this channel.
No, we're not. We're not swearing on this channel. Only on the
No, I'm
lives.
swearing on my channel.
Basically.
The trouble is, I do see it, and I think you've got women and children and stuff on the channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we used to do it years ago and stuff, but I just feel that, especially with juniors and stuff, watching fishing, it's not good for them. You know what I mean? Imagine if they're saying, "Oh, I want to watch a fishing program," their mum and dad come in and it's like swearing at them.
Yeah. No,
You'd
to
be
be
like,
fair,
you're not watching that, and I think it's a bit naughty, really.
we get the odd swear word slip out on accident, but we do
I
apologise
try
for
to
it.
control my language anyway.
And well, on the lives, obviously,
yeah.
when you're watching the lives, it's real life. And when someone doesn't land your fish for you, do you know what I mean?
I thought you were quite calm because I'd have gone mad.
Hey, you lost standing in a minute. Yeah,
What are you doing, bruv?
It was a bit more explicit than that, but obviously that's the lives, guys, and they're for adults only, so you have to actually press over 18 to watch those. But, you know, here's what it is.
Check out my OnlyFans account.
OnlyFans. We're going to the nudist beaches, fishing on Budley Salterton, butt naked. Can you imagine? Drop us a message.
The naked dangler.
Drop us a message. The naked dangler.
The naked dangler.
Good old only
Jamie
Dingleberry.
But that was a lovely day.
Yeah, man, proper. I I think I've run out of fluid, you know. I'm going to have to run to the pub, get a couple of pints.
You have to fill that up. I've got some orange juice.
Yeah, I'll rob some of your orange juice then, innit?
Can we fill a can up now?
What do you want to do? Go on then, don't go spilling it all over me, bruv. You've done that before. What are you doing, bruv? Go on, you got it. Oi, oi, that'll do, sir. What are you trying to make it? That'll do, boy. Look at that, look. It's got some backwash on the top of it, man. Lovely job.
Warm out, yeah.
Yeah, the rain has held off as well, guys. It's made it
It's nice.
an absolute belter.
I'm just enjoying my tips. Just sat there nicely fishing. Well, from what they were doing a minute ago when they were like over.
Yeah, you had to hold on to your rods so it didn't disappear. Yeah, like Andy was saying on his channel a minute ago, obviously we could have gone ray fishing today. We could have gone for some smooth hounds, and we probably would have had more fish. But obviously, I think sole is a lot of a harder fish to find.
Young Joseph, you're live on OnlyFins, so
Oi, oi, up the bait!
There you go. What's happening, people? If you can hear that,
There's Joseph.
how you doing?
I can't. Yeah, bullocks will leave it up the weed. Oh,
You never seen that? I never said it. You just said it.
Anyway, I know, but it's funny, isn't it? Oh, right, anyway, we were rudely interrupted by Joseph. Big ups, Joseph, if you're watching. Hopefully we'll get a session in soon. I heard you're down for a couple of weeks, so I might come join you for a fishing session. What were we even talking about?
I can't remember.
We've lost it. We've lost all thought of control now.
I can't remember.
Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter what we were talking about. It's probably about fishing. Yeah, that's what I said. We could have gone and got some ray. We could have gone and got some smooth hound. We probably had a bit more luck. Obviously, the ray fishing in Wales is really good, especially on like witches and stuff like that. But we are after a soul, and obviously, this channel does love a blank or two. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going. We're out here only Finch out here shooting blanks.
Shooting blanks of OnlyFins.
Shooting blanks of OnlyFins. But unfortunately, that is what it's like sometimes. You know, it's the reality of fishing. I could go out and do 6 trips and then only post the one where I actually catch a sole, and then you'd all think I was really good. Do you know what I mean?
I just put them all on.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
Because
Hasn't
at the end of the day, it's all fishing, and you're not guaranteed to catch every time.
it? Yeah.
I mean, it's one of them. But to be honest, from my channel, they've been enjoying really long productions, but sometimes I think it's too long.
Yeah.
Like 3 hours or 2 hours. It's like
You do 3 hours? 3 hours? I don't watch all 3 hours, not gonna lie.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying.
Sit there, it's
Sit like a sausage. You don't insult your audience, mate.
But what I'm trying to say is I find it's like, that's too long, really. I wouldn't want to sit there and listen to me go on about nonsense. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to find stuff to talk about, and half of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about politics, isn't it?
Politics, yeah, we went on a right round about politics earlier on. I'm not going to lie, but yeah, I try to keep mine about half an hour.
Yeah,
Because that's about break time,
I'm
isn't it?
thinking about like trying to scale it down a bit to about an hour. I mean, I think the viewing level, you get more views and that around that sort of time. Rather than, no one's got a lot of people got 3 hours to sit down and watch a video production.
Yeah. But hopefully we can throw some
But
fish
I do
in
enjoy
this
doing
one.
them that long. It's nice to edit them and that.
You do loads, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
It's like a film stop.
Like the red shows right off in your 4K as well, isn't it?
Yeah. He loves it, don't you?
It does love it.
He loves a bit of
With the
4K.
background with the clouds and that looks really nice.
Look at that, look, proper naughty.
Those boys look like they're having fun up there.
Yeah. So look, they haven't caught anything yet. I'm going to put both rods real short. What Joseph said, like, just flop them in.
I'm fishing very short at the minute.
I mean, there's water there, isn't there?
Well,
So it's all...
I'm gonna go off of what's in front of me, and at the minute, one thing I can see changed is the way the sea's gone. Because the sea's starting to flatten out now, and it's not little channel lines.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's telling me that the depth of water has got enough depth for the tide to not just run in one area. It's flowing throughout.
Right.
So with that, then that should, in theory, push the weed in different places. Now I can see a big bit of weed coming right towards your line.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no,
coming
I'll probably
downtown.
catch it.
I reckon he's about 450
I've got
pounds.
another bit there as well.
Yeah, and you're going to have it up this end of the woods. Fishing like, especially our side, Clevedon, Lady Bay, Battery Point, places like that. I mean, I've been up there with ridiculous before. And one thing you sort of like learn a little bit,
Oh, seaweed.
is it's not really to fish on one of the massive springs, but we come over to have a go because we're in the neck of the woods. It's own work at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I've never been Wales either, so I'm enjoying myself.
No, he's coming on holiday.
I'm on lollipobs
I said
today.
to him, we're going to Wales today, right? He turned
I said,
up
don't need
with
my passport.
everything. I didn't know, damn if I know. He's got his holiday bum bag.
Yeah.
He got his passport. What else did you have?
Sunnies. I left my sunnies in the car.
Yeah.
Fuming.
So yeah, he's ready to rock and roll. It's a shame we're only here for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
But one thing I like about Wales now, you ain't got to pay for the bridge.
You don't have to pay for parking.
You got to
either.
pay to go into Cornwall, but you ain't got to pay to go in Wales. I find it's like ridiculous. I mean, they charge you to go in Cornwall, don't they?
Do they?
If you go Tamar Bridgeway, you got to pay.
Oh, right, you're on the way out. Go a long way
They
round,
don't
didn't
charge
it?
you to go back to go in. They charge you to come out, don't they?
Yeah.
Trying to keep you there.
Trying to keep you there. The Cornish trying to keep you there, boiled.
Lovely part of the world, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
Beautiful
bad.
part of the world. We're like quite lucky where we live, anyway.
Yeah, I mean we've got everything really close, haven't we? Within like 2 hour drive, you've got Cornwall, or you've got Wales, Bristol. Oh,
If I catch a £3 today,
if you catch a £3 today,
we'll go pub.
well you're paying.
Yeah.
It's like golf, isn't it? If you get all in one, you have to buy the round.
Yeah. If I get a £3, I'll buy. If we blank, you buy. Deal.
How did you work that one out? Alright then, deal. If I catch a £3, you have to go have a little swim.
Yeah, I'll jump.
Go
right
for a
in.
dip.
If you catch a £3, I'll jump in there head first.
Oh, deal.
Yeah. If I catch a £3, you do. Look at my rod go over.
Right then, anyway, that's enough of our waffle, guys. We're going to get back to the fishing. I'm going to get this rod and get a fresh bait out in a bit. Bosh, right then, people. Just a quick update. As you can see behind me, you know, the clouds are rolling in. So it looks like we are going to get a little bit wet. So the camera's going to go away for a bit. We've got another hour or two fishing. We haven't had a fish yet. Webby's just had a bit of a bite on his left hand rod. Keeps going slack, so fingers crossed he'll have a fish to show for the camera. But if not, hopefully, we've still got a couple of hours. You know, we're putting the baits out, putting the time and effort in. So hopefully it pays off. If not, I mean, this venue's easy to get to as well. So, you know, I might come back here a few times and try my luck. And that's all you can do, really. Is just keep going and going and going. And I might even put a ray bait out in a minute, because a couple of locals that have walked past have mentioned that they get a few ray down here, and they've had a few out the last few days. So you never know. But I might have to put a ray bait out. Anyway, I'm going to put you away for a minute because it is going to rain in a bit.
Well, he's only gone and casted over me. Casted right over me. He thought he had a fish on, and he never. Fortunately, he had to get the wet weather gear on and sit in his chair.
The only reason I cast over him is because I can cast further than him.
Yeah.
I'm
Choking on a lion bar.
Look at it coughing in the channel, man.
Yeah, coughing in his channel.
Coughing on the channel, on the Bristol channel.
So yeah, fortunately it's not gone today, guys. But apart from that, you win some, you lose some, didn't you? Win some, you lose some.
I lost that. I don't know how. But I lost that bait stop.
Lost his bait stop.
These Cuba rigs, man. What's going
Really
on?
good, isn't it?
Great recurrent rigs. I might put a bit of ragworm on.
Might make a difference. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping that rain misses us, mate.
I think it has. Yeah. You got lucky with that one.
Yeah, hopefully so. So slack water now.
Slack or slack?
Hopefully we can see something out. I mean, just speaking to a guy, a local guy walking for a walk, and he said there was a few anglers down here on Wednesday. One of them had a couple of thornbacks out, an eel and a sow. Unfortunately, we're not targeting the fawnies, all the congers. We just want the sow. But don't seem to be happening in a minute, does it? Stay tuned to the Only Fins channel. Tight lines, the Angler Adventures. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button on both channels.
That is
For
fine.
those of you that not, the Angler Adventures. A greedy kid, isn't he? Greedy kid.
Oh, look at them Gert slack sausages.
Look at that, Gert Hostage.
Gert's hostage. Gert's hostage, dude. That's too big to put on, isn't it? I'll save that.
I wouldn't go wasting on that.
I'll save those for tomorrow's session.
Yeah. I would.
I'm going out with them tomorrow.
Going out tomorrow, he is. Where are you going tomorrow?
Not sure yet. We're going out with Bassman.
Oh yeah? Who's Bassman?
I don't know. Who is Bassman?
I don't know, you just said it.
I watched his channel one.
Who's that?
Bassman.
Who is
Paul the
Bassman?
Bassman.
I don't know. Oh, that mate from Plymouth, mate.
Yeah. You never know, he might want to do a video with me, see? I'm famous, mate.
Yeah, famous. You just give him a nice little sub string there. I think he owes you a date after that. Shout out for the channel.
He owes me some ready-made rigs.
Yeah. Ready-made rigs. Ready-made rigs. What do you want ready-made rigs for? Something we're gonna have to sort out here, isn't it?
Why?
Because you shouldn't be using ready-made rigs.
Yeah, but
a man of your calibre.
I don't sit in my office for 2 hours.
Well, you could be, couldn't you? You've got loads of time. Instead of going out and like rushing around, you could be putting time into your rigs, dedication, and fishing the right marks and the right people.
Right, now you're starting to sound like my granddad. You're meant to be my mate.
I am. I'm just trying to educate you. That you're moaning that things aren't working. I've tried educating. It don't work, does it? You do say can't teach sport. Huh?
Different breed.
Yeah, different breed. Bloody cold. But no, mate, he's gone to sleep up there. I don't blame him. I'm gonna bring my rig in a minute. I might have bounced around on that left one.
Huh?
I'm gonna go and investigate.
Go and have a look.
I'll tell you what, should we bring you over? Because there's not a lot happening over here, is there?
You're taking over my challenge.
Taking over the OnlyFins, here we are. OnlyFins in full effect. Right. So, I'm getting a little bit slackened on this one here. Normally you get a nice
Well guys, it looks like it's dead on this side of the channel too. Right, anyway, I need me phone back, so I'm off in a bit.
nice of that clock behind.
And out she goes.
Right out there for you.
Right then, bosh people. Well guys, what can I say? We didn't quite conquer, but we've been sending the baits out, we've been trying our hardest. We've done like a full 6 hours here, so you know, today's not the day. Obviously, big thank you to Andy for showing us a new spot. I will be coming back here many a time. I do want to get myself out of Seoul, so thank you.
I think it's, like I said, mate, it's first time with me fishing it as well, and I think there's a lot of water out there and a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
And you've got to try and pick where you're going. It's the biggest tide, so wherever you're casting, your legs aren't staying there anymore. But it's one of them, isn't it? I mean, the weeds held off at the minute, So while the weed's held off, you always got a chance, even when you've got nice bit of tide there. But I can't see it's going to happen, if I'm honest. I mean, we've been here long enough now. You'd have thought of the incoming. We had a lot of weed on the first.
Not even a bite, really.
A lot of weed on the incoming, and unfortunately, it restricted us to get baits out there. And now you're able to get baits out there without the weed.
With lots of tide.
And I say that, I've got loads of time that one, mate. It's that left one there, it's just sat there. I mean, it's come around that point. Suspicious things to look at. And I've learned this a lot with breaming, you can see with the headlands and that where tides move.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, really, because sometimes, even in an incoming tide, you think, right, it'll be coming that way or going that way. Because of the way the headland's going and the tide's coming out, sometimes you get a tide pull the opposite way inside a rock.
Yeah.
Because it's where tide's meeting tide and stuff like that. And where that tide comes around that point there now, it's basically breaking. You can see it coming in through here now, and it comes all the way along, and then it sort of like heads out.
And then stops
you can
where
see it
your
here
lead is
now,
at.
so it sort of like comes off that angle of the point. So anything past, I don't know, 180 yards now, you're going to start getting pulled round. I mean, I've cast probably, I don't know, about 70 yards, 60, 70 yards, and it's just stayed there. That ever one's just come right round right.
Spin me right round, but
I think if we come up here with ray baits today, I think we'd have seen some rays.
Well, he's over there fishing 3 monster.
I think it's his mate who's come back down.
Yeah.
He's not happy. He's not had nothing. He's come all the way down as well. But we're not going to stay long now.
Yeah, this is it. This is going to be last cast.
This is our casts, and that's us.
That's it. So
This is
if
the greatest show.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah. So obviously, if I get anything on these casts or Andy does, we'll bring you back, give you a little show and that. But you know, other than that, guys, thank you all for
Hit that
tuning in.
subscribe button. Stay tuned.
Big up.
More to come. Go
Big
over
up
to
to
my
everyone
channel,
that's,
check it out, and all that lovely jubbly.
Yeah, there's bits and bobs on both channels, guys. We haven't done the same video, so make sure to head over.
We've had a lot more fun on this one, I'll tell you that much. I try to keep mine more like, I don't know,
Professional.
and like, yeah. But at times, I went into a tackle shop the other day. Some guy said, "I love your videos and that, but can't you have a bit more laugh?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I don't know, if someone gets a fish on it, I was like, reeling it in, just cut the line or something." I was like, "What?" I'm not being funny. It'd be fights, wouldn't it? Imagine someone cutting your line, you're out targeting specimen fish. But I think at the end of the day, every
entertainment, though,
well,
isn't it?
yeah,
Entertainment.
that's what it's about, isn't it? I mean, you can swear and do things on this channel.
No, you can't swear. You can just do that on the lives, bro.
You shouldn't be swearing at all.
Hey.
if I'm honest, because obviously there's kids and that watching.
Oh, Grandad. No, they can't watch my lives.
What did you tell me earlier on?
No, it's different.
You told me
It's
earlier on
different.
your sister's little boy.
Yeah, but who watches 5-hour live? Anyway, we're not arguing on the channel. Anyway, we're off skis now. Right, if I don't see you before, I'll see you after. And if not, I'll see you on the bank in a bit.